Welcome to the Houston Outlaws press conference. This is Muma, Jake, and Banny, and we're here to answer some questions you guys sent in. Let's get it started.
From last week to this week, what has been your biggest improvement so far?
So the question is, from last week to this week, what has been our biggest improvement so far? I feel like our biggest improvement has been in tank play and coordination. I think we've really started to take control of the game rather than play a more passive style, and it's allowed us a ton more freedom. And I think we're going to find a lot more success with this new aggressive style.
Next up, what do you believe to be the most crucial part of being a team?
So I'll give this one to Banny. The question is, what do you believe to be the most crucial part of being a team?
I think the most crucial part of being a team is just like everyone being comfortable with each other. You know, like everyone just like not necessarily having to be friends, but you know. I mean, honestly, yeah, kind of being friends. like, you know, I don't want to say that it's impossible to be a good team without being friends, but it helps a lot when everybody just like enjoys being here. You know, like practice isn't some chore that everyone's coming to. Like we all want to practice, we all want to work hard, and yeah, I think that's the biggest part.
So, who is your very first main in Overwatch?
Who's your very first main in Overwatch? I'll give this to Muma. Oh, I guess yeah, we can all answer. My first main, I think it was McCree, to be honest. Yeah, it was just McCree. Back when right-click was overpowered. I would just right-click because I couldn't aim.
Believe it or not, a little bit of a story behind this. But my first main in Overwatch was actually Winston, because almost all of Season 1, like 80% of Season 1, and prior to the competitive season starting when it was just quick play, I was in Amsterdam studying abroad, and the only computer I had was a MacBook. So I had a boot camp partition that was running Overwatch, and I like just did everything humanly possible to optimize this thing. I was running it at 1024 by 768 resolution at the lowest possible settings, and I mean the lowest. And my FPS was still like 35 to 50. So Winston was basically the only character I could play. But I still managed to get top 500 the first season playing mostly Winston in the EU ladder. And I had a lot of fun. Winston's a great character.
Yeah, my first main was actually McCree as well. Coming from TF2, I played heroes or a character that required aim in TF2. So like when I first switched over to Overwatch, I was just like, I'm gonna be a DPS player. And like my first team, I just played McCree. Almost all of Season 1 I played McCree because the hero was so overpowered back then. You didn't really have DPS players. You had your designated McCree player. And then about halfway into Season 2 is when I started to shift into the main tank role.
Alright, next question. What preparation is the team going to partake in the upcoming match versus the Dallas Fuel?
So the question is on the preparation we're going to be making for Dallas Fuel. And while I can't go too much into specifics, I don't want to reveal any sort of strategies that we're going to be pulling out. Overall, our preparation has been just focused on team play and on elevating our own game plan. You know, I think even though Fuel's a good team, they're not a team that we're planning to counter strat or play around specific players or try to answer specific plays that we expect. We're really just going to try and play our game and take control of the tempo so that Dallas Fuel's always, you know, one step behind us. And I think that's really our #1 game plan, is that we control the game, we control the space, and ultimately we control the victory.
And then last question for you guys. Do you guys have any post-game rituals? Post-game.
Post-game. Interesting. So the question is, do we have any post-game rituals? For me, I think the #1 thing I do after a game is just relax, you know, and just de-stress. Even though I'm not generally too stressed out in matches, it's still like a high energy activity. So it's very important after the game to, you know, de-stress and decompress with all your teammates, especially after a loss, I would say. You know, after a victory, it's pretty easy. You know, everyone just, it's a great feeling to win. And you basically just ride that all night and for probably a few days, especially after a big victory. But just definitely decompressing and relaxing alone is a big one for me.
I don't think I've developed like a real post-game ritual yet. I'm sure I will. But so far, I guess the most ritualistic thing is actually washing off our makeup. us men need to wash off our makeup now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much of a post-game ritual. I mean, I like to, after our matches, I like to go out like into the crowd and like see people. Like just after our match, we went and met some fans out in the store with like Outlaws jerseys and took some pictures and stuff. And that's always fun. I love interacting with people. But I mean, as soon as this is over, I'm just going home and going to sleep. Like, like I'm gonna be honest.
Sweet. Said we're gonna like rotate two people on.
All right, sure. And then we're gonna bring in another few players to do the rest of the press conference. Thanks for having us, guys.
Yo, Rockets.
Who else is doing it?
Rockets 3.
All right.
1. Get Matt.
Can you bring your chair, Boink?
Ready?
I want my chair.
Sweet.
Am I alone in this?
No, we had these
Watch
guys.
out, I'm moving.
Oh my god, I'm about to knock you over, dude.
I called we were moving, and don't worry.
You do the intro.
No, you
like
no,
the-
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
like the
You had the
No,
mic.
No, we've already done the intro.
Okay.
We just gotta
Okay.
answer questions.
Okay. Where's
Get
our?
the, what is he doing? What are you doing? No, yes. Get over here. Get
You're wasting our
get
time.
over here.
Hardcore. Just get over here.
Do your job. Do your job. We're live.
Matt, you're such an ass.
What?
We're wasting my time.
We're wasting my
You're
time.
sitting there arguing and you're gonna do it anyways.
I was just
Why are
wondering.
you?
I asked a simple
Yeah.
question.
So go ahead and like repeat the questions when I say it. So the first question is actually to Raucus. Any tips
I'll
on
hold
how
it
to
for you.
avoid traders while playing Zen?
Tracers?
Yeah.
It said traders, but
Yeah, tracers. There's not really tips. You just have to like know where tracer's gonna be and like Discord her, and like play around like corners and stuff. That's pretty much the only way you're gonna like win a straight up 1v1 with a tracer, because mainly they're gonna have like better aim than like, well, not better aim. They're just gonna have like, if they have good aim, they could one clip you like at any time. So yeah, basically abuse pillars, use discords, but mainly rely on your team.
alright. So next question: how do you feel about the? I don't even know how to say that. Ryu Hong from
Ryu
Seoul
Jae
Dynasty.
Hong?
Yeah. How do you feel about that from Seoul Dynasty saying Houston is one of the only teams that could beat them?
Repeat the question.
And you
Repeat the question.
Can you repeat the question one more time? Sorry.
Oh, how do you feel about
Ryu Jae Hong.
that player
Yeah.
from Seoul Dynasty saying that Houston is one of the only teams that could beat?
I don't think he's wrong.
You have to repeat the question.
Yeah.
Oh, how do I feel about Ryu Hong saying that Houston's like one of the toughest teams to beat? He's not wrong. I think that I think we make key mistakes sometimes in matches, but I think we're one of the strongest teams in the league right now, and I think that they notice that. It's not like this elaborate meme, but I think as the season goes on, we're gonna perform even better, and we'll prove that to people. And I think that everyone will be like, "Wow, Seoul wasn't, making this haha, like they're being serious." So we're getting better every day.
I'd just like to add to that. I feel like our style of play is very controlled, and Seoul's style is also very controlled, and that's like our play style. We're very strong at that play style, and Seoul identified that. Scrims don't mean too much, but they're probably basing a lot of that off of scrims against us, and our scrims have been very, very strong against them. Nothing to add? Okay.
Next question: what is everyone's favorite horror movie?
Repeat the question.
I'm not a fan of horror.
Or how about favorite movie?
All right. What the question is? What's our favorite movie? I don't know. There's so many good movies out there. I'll probably just pick one from my childhood. Probably Happy Gilmore. I watched that movie so many times. It's so good.
Favorite movie, either Blue Velvet or The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Tropic Thunder. These guys are nerds. Tropic Thunder. Let's go.
Cheers. Hold it.
Next up, how does it feel to get your first win of the season? Go ahead.
It feels really good to get our first win of the season. I think that we needed this morale boost here. We've practiced really hard since week one, where we took some heavy losses. It really was a wake-up call for us, in a sense that we're grateful to have taken those losses so early, because it helped us really grow fast. It made it clear where we were weak, and it really forced us to redefine our practice strategy. And I think in the coming weeks, it's really going to show how good of a team we are.
And last question: How does Raucus keep his hair so fabulous?
Repeat the question.
How do I keep my hair fabulous? Shampoo and conditioner, I guess. No. My hair always looks better on stage because we have like really good makeup artists and makeup people in the back. Rose is an incredible makeup person. I don't know how to answer this question. Just, yeah, that's it.
Get carried by the makeup artists.
Go ahead and just sign us off. Just say thank you.
You're on the mic.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, everybody.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for supporting us as always, and we're not going to let you down.